Hello friends, it's me, and today Mr. Beast talks about Pewdiepie! Let's check out how much does Pewdiepie make from Mr. Beast. Together, let's go!
What's up guys, this is my second
What's up Mr. Beast?
upload of the day. If you missed my first upload, it's where I make fun of intros on YouTube. I'll throw up an annotation on the screen. Feel free to check that out if you haven't seen it yet. Now, today's topic is going to be how much PewDiePie makes off of YouTube. And the reason I'm doing another one of these is my other videos about PewDiePie and his income are really outdated. PewDiePie's grown a lot since then, and people still view those videos. So I want to put an annotation to this video on my old How Much Does PewDiePie Makes videos, because PewDiePie's just a lot bigger than he was a year ago. And I want to make sure I'm giving people, actual accurate numbers. I don't want to lie to people, you know what I'm saying? Now this
You make good points. PewDiePie is the king of YouTube.
Next part might get a little confusing to you, but ad blocker's at an all-time high. Lots of people use ad blocker, and if someone doesn't see an ad because they have ad blocker, then obviously PewDiePie doesn't get paid. So what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to factor in the hundreds of thousands of dollars he loses to ad blocker, but I'm also not going to factor in the amount of money he gains off of sponsorships, apparel, product placements. So it should even out. So as I said, I'm not going to subtract money from him because of ad blocker, but I'm not going to add money because of sponsorships and apparel and product placement. So that should balance it out. We're just going to purely calculate his earnings based off of the normal CPM for the average YouTuber. And like I said, we're not going to include apparel and sponsorships like that because ad blocker's on the rise. So he's losing money to ad blocker, but he's gaining money from sponsorships and apparel. So in my head, we're just going to say those two things will even each other out, and we're just not going to include it into my estimates. So having said that, PewDiePie gets 10 million views per day. Every single day, 10 million views, which is over 300 million views a month and billions of views per year.
But having said that, please do recognize that this video came out like what, 10 years ago, around a decade ago. So a lot of things have changed, but one thing that doesn't change that is he is already a millionaire. Multi-millionaire? You get the point. Very rich.
Blade estimates that he's making between $900,000 to $14 million per year. Now, obviously, that's a huge range, but still, that's ridiculous to be making $900,000 to, possibly up to $14 million a year. But that number's pretty vague. I mean, saying someone makes between $900,000 a year to $14 million a year, like, that's just, there's a huge difference between $900,000 and $14 million. So I'm going to try to...
He makes a very good point. It's mind-blowingly big.
Narrow the number down, and my estimates is that he's making $11,000 a day, a little over $330,000 a month, or just under $4 million per year. That's what I would roughly say he's making, is around $4 million per year. Like I said, Social Blade says between $900,000 and $14 million a year. My number, trying to narrow it down for you guys, trying to give you a really rough estimate. Obviously, it could fluctuate by a couple $1 million. I think...
So case in point, what Mr. Beast is trying to say is 11k per day. Look, people works like 3 months, 4 months to earn 11k. And he's earning it in a single day. Equivalent to saying that 1 day of his equals to 100 days of yours. Your 100 day equals to 1 day of his, You work 100 days of hard work, effort, equals to his 24 hours of hard work, effort.
He's making just under $4 million a year, and that's pretty much that. I mean, that's just a lot of money for, making videos on YouTube. Now, he has 30 million subscribers, so come on, guys. It shouldn't be that much of a surprise that he's making millions of dollars per year. But nonetheless, I mean, I guess he deserves...
Yeah, Mr. Beast makes a very good point. To be fair, you become the king of YouTube as well, Mr. Beast.
Yeah, I mean, he had to put some hard work into it. It's a ridiculous amount of money just for making videos, but, whatever, man. That's what, I mean, that should give... If you think it's that easy, if you're going to leave a comment saying, I hate how we make so much money off of, making videos for the internet or whatever, just do it yourself. If you think it's that easy, just start uploading, do it yourself. You'll see it's not as hard as it's not as easy as it looks. Sorry, my...
Mr. Beast, I didn't expect the answer from Mr. Beast, because most of the time it's like, do you think it's that easy? People will answer, yes, it's easy, and no, it's not easy. Mr. Beast went for a different approach. He went for, hey, do you think it's that easy? He went for, if you think that it's that easy, do it yourself. Wow. He went for a third approach in which not answering your questions as this yes or no because it's a loaded question by itself. Do you think it's that easy? And then deferring it. Case in point, I have this conversation with my family member recently. Getting pregnant. Do you think it's that easy to raise a child? And I was saying that no, it's not easy. And then my family member is like, see, so that's why. And then I immediately rebuttal. It's like, no, your question in of itself is wrong. Because the very fact that you are trying to say that raising a child is not easy, which concludes to the fact that most individuals should not have children. Do you know what it means? It means that the extinction of human beings. You should be wording your phrase differently. You should be wording your question differently. Do you think it's easy? No, I don't think it's easy to raise a child, but I think it's worth it on the long run. The answer is incomplete. The questions in of itself is incomplete. The question in of itself shouldn't be a yes or no questions because it's extremely misleading.
I'm rambling now. That's pretty much the video.
Yeah, I'm rambling as well. I'm sorry, I'm ranting.
Yeah, I think he's making just under $4 million a year. As I said, it could fluctuate by a little bit. And that's pretty much all. Hopefully I answered your question if you wanted to know how much PewDiePie makes.
No exception to the rule, do what you do to get by. Cause I keep ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me
I'm so sorry for the rant. When you get to my age, I'm seeing the downfall of humankind as we know it. During peacetime, it should be 2.1 babies per couple. That means husband and wife creates 2.1 babies to have a stagnant populations. Above 2.1 babies, population rise. Exactly at 2.1 babies, population stagnant. Plateau. Below 2.1 babies, population decrease. Right now we are seeing Singapore is at 1.2, 1.3. I think the recent statistic was 1. That means for every 2 human beings, we create 1 human being. It's like saying that every single day, I give you 1 apple, you give me 2 apple. I give you 1 apple, you give me 2 apple. At some point in time, you notice that you run out of apples. Get it? So, yeah. I'm sorry for ranting. Thank you so much for supporting my channel. Subscribe. Thank you.